Happy holidays! It is officially my most favorite time of the year. There is Christmas, there is New Year, and shortly after my birthday on the 2nd. And I'm hoping that I'm going to drop this video on my birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to me. And so it is a time of celebration, a time to be with family, and most importantly, it is for me a time of reflection. So in this video, that's what we are going to do. This year, as I've already said in my previous video, has been sort of really life defining, life altering for me. And so I have been reflecting and picking up, I guess, the most important things that stood out for me. And so yeah, let's get right into it. Hello guys, my name is Rudolph and welcome, or hopefully welcome back to my channel, where we're all about not just doing it all but doing it more. So in today's video, like I said, I'm just going to share some lessons really from my reflections of the past year, and as I'm going forward, you know, what that informs, because we know that history helps us shape the future. So the first thing is really about motherhood. I have said it so many times that it was the most important thing that happened to me in 2024, and so informed everything that I went through in the year 2025. And for me, I guess the highlight of it is that when it comes to having a child, as a mom, I think your readiness is the most important thing. And so you mustn't sort of have a child thinking that maybe your partner is going to be contributing most of the effort, or you've got relatives that are going to help you take care of a child. Even if maybe you are back home in Zimbabwe, you have help. I think the most important thing is the emotional readiness for you to have a child, because there's a lot of sacrifice and compromises that come with it. You know, when it comes to your child, nothing else can compare in terms of whatever other previous priorities, commitments that you might have. So for example, if your child is not well, anything and everything else has to wait, and you have to put them first. And it's postpartum depression is something that is really real, that a lot of new moms and not just first time moms but moms in general go through. And some of it is that a thing where it's a lot going on. Suddenly you have that human being who depends on you, they depend solely on you, and so it means that by virtue of that your life has changed. And so sometimes dealing with that can be very difficult. So I would say to anyone who is considering this, yes, you will need help, yes, you will get help, but as a mom you need to get to a place where you feel like, and it doesn't even have to be and that's why I'm saying the most important thing is emotional readiness. It doesn't have to be like financial, that okay, I want to have this house. It doesn't even have to be career wise, that oh, I want to be there in my career for me to have a child. It's about emotions, emotional stability, emotional maturity, being able to put your child first. And that sort of then informs the second thing that I learned, which is that what is meant for you will just happen. Sometimes we try and control things. So, you know, when I got pregnant last year, I was going for a promotion at work. I was getting into the year where I wanted to get a promotion. And so initially, yes, I wanted to get pregnant, but my plan was I would time everything, get to the time I'll get pregnant, and then I would have my baby at a certain time. That would mean it would not impact my promotion. But God had other plans, and then found that I was pregnant, and I really worked myself off before I went on leave because I really wanted to get a promotion. But when I had to go on maternity leave, I thought, you know what, who is going to promote me now? And you know, I had all those fears, all those doubts, and you know, it's unfortunate, but that's our reality as women, that you know, sometimes you have to forgo these certain things when you choose your family. You then the career side will sort of fall on the wayside. So when I went back to work, to my happiness, I actually did get the promotion, and I was so happy because in the end I had the baby that I really wanted, and then I had the promotion that I really wanted, and things worked out the way that they were supposed to be. Maybe had I stayed and chosen not to have the baby, I would not have the baby. I would potentially not have the promotion as well, because you don't know until things happen. So I think it really took my I guess constant need to control things, to control how my life is going to be, making sure that everything goes exactly according to plan. It really took me by surprise that things actually can just work out without me trying to push everything to happen the way that I want it to. So moving on to the next thing, I also learned that with life you have multiple responsibilities that come through. So I actually had this conversation with one of the ladies that I was working with, and she was getting married, and she was telling me, I'm going to do all these things because I'm going to get married, and maybe I'll not be able to do them afterwards. Now I realized that as women, and which is a theme of my channel and the direction that I'm going about, doing it more, you have multiple responsibilities. So for example, I am a mom, I am a wife, I am a career woman, I am a sister, I am a daughter, I am a friend, and I have a business. I'm a business owner, and I'm a content creator. So these are all identities that I've assumed with what I want to do with my life, right? And at the same time, there is a me who wants to travel, a me who likes to cook, a me who likes to bake, a me who likes to spend time with friends and family. And sometimes when you assume certain responsibilities or roles in your life, you then try to change that. And I think it's important to always know who you are. So for example, I'm a mom, right? But I'm a mom who still loves to travel. And so where I want to go, I travel with my baby. And I found ways to be able to do that. So don't let your life go by, or the things that you love go by, just because you have a new identity of mom or a new identity of wife. Of course, there's certain things that maybe I can't do now. Let's say for example, I can't go out up until 2-3 a.m, but I never did that anyway, because that's not who I am anyway. So you need to be able to just think about it. Don't think that, okay, now that I want to do all those things, and then I become the next person, I'm not going to do it. Because in the end, you become resentful. You become resentful of your children, you become resentful of your partner, you become resentful of your job. If for example you're saying, okay fine, because I'm now in this role at work, I can't do the things that I used to enjoy in my job. And so you end up not enjoying that role because you are I guess constricting yourself because of that identity. So find a way to always find yourself within the multiple identities that you have. Have time for yourself. Have time to sometimes just sit in silence. My days are busy, but sometimes even if my child sleeps after 1, I can just take 10-15 minutes to just take stock, be in silence by myself, to hear myself think, to sift through my thoughts and see what I want to do. The fourth thing is really about making the best use of your time. Time is very, very important, and I think I really realize it a lot right now when I now have a child, where sometimes I actually don't have the time. So if maybe I go through my work day, maybe my day starts at 6 or 7, and then I go to work, and then afterwards after work I've got time with my baby. There's bath time, feeding time, sleep, playing time, and sleeping time, and she doesn't sleep through the night as yet, so there's feeding time through the night and stuff like that. It means that I don't have time for certain things, right? So I don't have time to hang out with people that I don't want to hang out with. I don't have time. I don't, like, sometimes you make time for things that are not important, or for people that you're not very comfortable with, for things that you're not very comfortable doing. But when you're a mom, you actually don't have that spare time, and so that has really enforced my boundaries even that more, that I don't have time for it. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it because I don't have time for it. So it really has made me more conscious of how valuable my time is, and really safeguard it even, you know, more. So I think that's something that even before you're a mom, and maybe it just taken me this level of business to actually make do it and enforce it some more. But even if you're not a mom, time is very valuable. Do things that help you, that benefit you. Be in places where you're appreciated, where you're valued. You know, have conversations that build you, not conversations that break you, and you know, people that are toxic, and you know, just talking about people, and you know, not bringing ideas that can help you. Don't be in spaces that bring down your spirit. So that would be my fourth lesson, and I guess advice to you guys. The last thing is that I've learned that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and it really is because of, I can't believe just how many things I've managed to be able to do in the past year. I can't believe how, even though I can say no, I'm very busy, no, you know, it's very difficult, you know, my baby's not sleeping, you know, my baby's not well, and yet I've been able to show up, you know, at work. I've been able to show up as a mom, showing up as a sister, showing up for my friends. I've been able to, I'm doing my, I think I mentioned I'm doing my master's in psychology, so I've been able to do all my assignments doing my master's. I have been working on my business, though right now it's sort of taken a back burner, but I have been working towards all that, and that just shows me that that strength that I have to go through the things that I'm going through, it's not just my own strength. Someone is pushing me, and I totally believe that's God pushing me, because he recognizes that's my purpose, that's why I'm on this earth, right? So I am just out here living one day at a time and fulfilling my purpose, and I hope that you recognize it too. Yeah guys, I just wanted to have this time to talk to you about my year and what I've learned, and hopefully you know, that will give you some I guess nuggets to take away here and there. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, Happy New Year, and let's see what 2026 has in store for us, because I am excited about what lies ahead. So don't forget to do the lovely things. Subscribe, like, and share my videos, and I assure you there is more amazing stuff coming soon. Until next time guys, bye for now.